So Bob, talk to me about the cloud and how Evolve got there and what sets you apart or what maybe you do differently than the other cloud providers on the market.
Well, the principals of our company basically were together at a previous company, and in 2006, when that company was acquired, decided that they wanted to go out and they wanted to go all in, born in the cloud from the start. They saw technology moving that way, and we made a commitment to providing services to our customers from the cloud and building those services on top of blue chip technologies. For us, that's an advantage because we're always working towards the same goal. How do we acquire, or build technologies and integrate those technologies that customers use on a consistent basis, right, into a platform that's easy for them to consume, easy for us to manage, and easy for them to grow. And as we do that, we don't have to look and consider, well, what legacy technology do I have that's currently providing revenue that I can't afford to lose, or I can't afford to change, or is too difficult to change. So, we're born in the cloud, committed to the cloud, and we've staked our reputation on being the best of the best in the cloud. As Evolve IP, we've been in the cloud space for over 10 years as a leader in the space. We've got 5 core products that we work with, and 4 of those are recognized by Gartner, which is significant. We don't know of another provider out there that crosses both the communications and the compute side that has that kind of recognition across all products. Second thing is we're a white glove service company. Over 65% of the people that are employed by Evolve IP are part of service touching, customer touching, operations, engineering. So we focus very much on that, and that's one of the big values that we bring to the table. One of the other things is our culture. The founders of the company have been together for over 25 years, working in businesses together and continuing to grow, build, and scale companies. And there's a culture, and there's a customer first mentality that comes. Please the customer, and the revenue will follow. And that mentality really has customers coming back to us.
Well, that's interesting that 4 out of 5 of your product categories are in the Magic Quadrant. I know a lot of providers don't even have 5 categories.
Yeah.
So to have 4 out of 5 in there speaks highly to your the company.
Yep. Yeah. No. So we've gone out and we've, in many cases, and we've built some of that, but some of it we've acquired. And we acquire some of this. We build all of our technologies, all of our services on blue chip technologies. So if you were a C-level IT person and you were going to go out and build everything on your own, and you had an unlimited budget, we build our services on the same technologies that you would buy if you had an unlimited budget. You can buy the best of the best in whatever you wanted. So, it's our UCaaS, our contact center, our disaster recovery as a service, and our desktop service are the 4 services that are Gartner recognized.
The advantage to working with a single carrier for multiple solutions is several fold. One, it can be more cost effective because you're working with one carrier to provide those services. But the thing that's really a benefit, and I don't know how you put a dollar value on it, is you're building a relationship with one organization and you're working together towards a common goal on multiple what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, services.
Initiatives,
Yep.
Multiple initiatives, and you're not forging a new relationship every time the next initiative or category or challenge comes up. You're working with the same team from Evolve.
Couldn't have said it better. I mentioned earlier, 25 years with the principals of the company that founded. They've been working together 10 years at this. But if you look at the people, it really comes down to the people. We have a 94% employee retention rate. 94% of the people that we've hired at this company are still with the company. We have very low turnover. We don't always get the right person into the right spot, but we get the right person and we eventually find the right spot for them in the company. Really highly talented people. The original engineers that built out our BroadSoft platform on the UCaaS side are still, every one of them is with the company. And what you get when you get that kind of retention is a consistency in service okay? A consistency in communication and a stability in terms of working with customers who are buying multiple services. We understand what their large picture is, right? And they start working with the team. And then from there, as you continue to grow and expand, the foundation's already been set. And it's the same people year in and year out for extended period of time that you're working with, which we find, is one of the items that when you ask people what's great about Evolve IP, it's the people and the fact that I've been working with the same people for 5 or 6 years as I've continued to evolve as a company.
And what would you say is the hot segment right now? What are you doing best with?
Yes, funny you ask. Right now, for us, it's the contact center. It seems to be the hot area.
Right.
Customers are now starting to adopt, moving their contact centers to the cloud. So from our end, the contact center, because it gives you the ability to get into the space, and even small customers too, who've never thought of it before, the ability to get into space without a very high front end cost associated with it.
Right.
It gives you a lot of flexibility. It gives you basically, you can, call management is so much better. You don't have to trunk for all the possible calls you get. The calls get queued in the cloud and get handled there. So there's a significant cost savings there for customers also. But that's the hot product for us right now.
Well, I think with the contact center too, old school, you had to have the PBX to have the call center.
Yeah.
And we've kind of gotten away from that with the contact center, because now you can have a cloud-based contact center that isn't tied to your PBX.
Sure.
But Evolve is uniquely positioned in that sooner or later you're going to want to replace that PBX.
Yep.
And you guys can do that too. So you can really provide a seamless solution for both your voice and your contact center services.
Yeah, that's one of the unique features about how we deliver. We're a UCaaS company, and we also have a world-class contact center. When you look at it, we can deliver it 2 ways. Either unified, where it's all one platform, one service provider, one SLA, and from the receptionist all the way up to all your contact center people, they have visibility as to who's available, who's on the phone as we run through. So, and the cost there's cost efficiencies there because we're providing both, right? And the other one is over the top. Like you said, if you have a PBX that is aging, but you're not ready to totally depreciate it and replace it, we can provide a service over the top. And then once that PBX is ready to be sunsetted, you don't have to look at, I have to get another PBX in here, or I have to vet another vendor. You can just buy our UCaaS services for all of your users that aren't part of your contact center, and now they're in a unified platform.
And I know you have a strong security play, disaster recovery. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Everybody these days is talking about it. There's a number out there that says that 60% of the companies that have a data breach, okay, or lose their data, right, are out of business within two plus years.
Wow.
They just don't survive it when you go through that. So DR and moving from, hey, I've got these tapes. Every night I run the tapes, I put them in the back of my car, I take them to a storage center and go from there. Those days are long gone. But and companies are making that transition, but it's becoming easier and more affordable for all businesses to be able to build a comprehensive DR solution plan that allows you to not only back up your data and make sure it's there, but actually recover, in a certain period of time and be back in business. Backing up the data is one thing, it's recovering and being back in business, right? And not only on our UCaaS and our other data services, but even on our desktop as a service, we can back up desktops so that you can be running, within whatever that allotted time that you set on your desktops in full. So it's a very, very hot area for us right now. So if you're someone that's out there that, doesn't have a plan or is saying, I need to consider what I'm doing on DR, we feel we have a great solution, Gartner recognized, and we'd love to talk, to anybody that's in that scenario.
So talk to me a little bit about that process. I'm a small, medium, large company. I know I need to do a better job with my backups. How do you do that? What happens? How does my stuff get backed up?
Yeah. So the key there is really communication, right? we would, as a company, what we look to do in all of the opportunities, we really want to understand not just, what are your challenges? What problems are you trying to solve? Have you tried to solve them already? Has that worked? Has it failed? This way we understand what's been done so far and what you're looking to accomplish. So, we engage, we get deep into those, and really the key items in disaster recovery are, how far back am I willing to lose the data, and how far, what's my return to business time? So it's RPO, RTO, right?
Right.
So yeah, I'm willing to, if I lose an hour's worth of data, I'm okay with that. Or if I lose 2 hours worth of data or a half a day's worth of data, we can recoup from that. Once I'm down, I want to be back up and running within X amount of time. And those are the two key things. And we sit and try and understand a bit, how critical is it? How much do they, have they done an analysis on how much they lose for every minute, every hour, or every day that they're out of service, and basically work from there to determine what the right solution is. And because we have a pretty broad, offering of services, there's many different ways we can go about it. Certain data we can back up in a very cost-effective way, and critical data that needs to be up and running, like that, we can back up in a different way. A little more costly for them, but accomplishes the goals of what they're looking to do.
Interesting. Well, Bob, thank you for your time today.
Thank you,
It
Jeff.
was a
It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, pleasure talking to you. And if anybody has any questions on Evolve IP or wants to know more about Symplicity, please feel free to give us a call or visit our website at simplicitycom.com. Thank you.